Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We have beer from Saulter Street. Boom! Look at that hop. This is the Saulter Street Session series. Follow along with Saulter Session webisodes for tasting notes, stories, and more. Ooh. This is the Sasquatch Cream Ale with 5% alcohol by volume. I would have called it like hopsquatch. But, I mean, I like the Bigfoot made out of a hop. I actually do really enjoy that. And a cream ale, so this is made in collaboration with Hops Connect. Made in/by Saulter Street Brewing Company, 1-31 Saulter Street, Toronto, Ontario. So it's made with a hop company, the finest hops, quality guaranteed. Ooh, they do have flaked corn in here, so it is true. At least I don't know how much flaked corn they have, but true to style just by that. Water, malted barley, hops, yeast, flaked corn. Okay. Here's my worry, right? You made a cream ale, and a cream ale is one of those beer styles where there's not a lot of beer styles that do this to me, but a cream ale is one of the beer styles where I want it to be just a cream ale. And if you made it with a hop company or a hop cellar or whatever they are, I'm going to guess that they are, I'm assuming here, which, you know, can make an ass of you and me, but if it's called Hops Connect, I'm going to assume it's possibly a hop distributor. But when you work with something like that to make a beer that shouldn't have a lot of flavor, that worries me a little bit. But I mean, true to style on the look too. It's a nice golden colored, tiny bit of haze, bright white head, nice snap crackle pop. It is true to style by the look. Scent, I just got a little up my nose. Okay, you know what? It's weird because it has that just beer sweetness, which would be true to style, but it has a slightly piney dirty note to it. Cheers, let's try it. I'm gonna hold this because there's still more in the can. Okay. So my problem with this beer is that it's advertised as a cream ale. And the look meets the advertisement. The smell half meets the advertisement. And the flavor sort of meets the advertisement. I mean, it has that just nonchalant, bland beer taste, which is what you'd expect from a cream ale. Crisp. I can't say clean though, because once you get to the back end, that back end is dirty. It did not wipe, man. It had an explosion and did not wipe. It is a dirty back end. Earthy, piney. It almost has that, for those of you that drink a lot of THC beverages or anything, it almost has that, like, that just gritty, botanical taste that you get from a lot of those. Yeah, it's perfectly fine for me until that flavor at the very end. And I mean, I don't even think I would be against that flavor at the very end if this wasn't advertised as a cream ale. I think that's my sticking point on this. Oh yeah. Is you're advertising it as a cream ale and then giving me a beer, and excuse me. and giving me a beer with quite the hoppy finish. And I think it's like when I think it's like when you get just a regular lager from a craft brewery and you drink it and it just hits you with the hops. It just, and I am a craft beer guy. That's the thing. I do like craft beer 10,000 times more than I like macro. But the older I get, the longer I do this, the more there are certain styles that when I pick them up, I know I might not love them, but I know what I'm going to get. And I expect to get that because I'm starting to appreciate that. I'm starting to appreciate the lower ABV, simple beers more than, like, I still like to adventure. I still love to go out and find a s'more beer in this. And I love to adventure and try those beers, but I'm more appreciative of the cream ales, the lagers, the pilsners, the kolsches. Again, they were never my favorite thing. I would always rate them in the 5 to 7 range, and a lot of them still get in that 5 to 7 range, some of them slightly higher, but I'm just appreciating them more, and I'm like, oh shit, I could drink a bunch of these if I really wanted to. Where I don't know if I could go out and drink 4 or 5 pumpkins anymore like I used to do, or go out and go, hey, let's have a vertical session of Bigfoot barley wine, or BCBS, like I don't know if, or Kentucky Bastard, or Bring Out Your Dead. As much as I love those beers and I love to still drink them now and then, I don't go after them the way I used to. And I don't know if that's just because I am getting old. I'm starting to get to the age where the white hair isn't. I'm still about 20 years away from that, but I'm starting to get to the age where the white hair, makes sense. Or if I don't know. Out of 10 on this, I've been rambling too long. Out of 10, I don't know, a 6. It's not a bad beer. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not something I really want to drink. And it's not. You're not going to hand it to me and go, here's a cream ale. I'm going to go, yeah. And I'm going to drink it and go, yeah. You guys, cheers. I've rambled for way too long.